Happy 2025, you all. I'm sitting here at this beautiful hotel. This is the Willard Hotel, okay? And let me tell you what I did in 2024 to literally change my life. Okay, I need y'all to understand that 2024 was started off not the best for me, okay? Like, I was in a mental institution. I was fighting for my life. I took a leave of absence from my job. I had to literally just entirely restart. I got a divorce, all the things. But right now, I'm happy. I'm thriving. And I went from surviving to thriving using this method. This method is called the Lift Method. And I use the Lift Method to really just try to change and transform my life. And I created the Lift Method because I was like, oh, I'm in deep crap. I need to figure this crap out. And the Lift Method help me get my crap together. So the Lift Method stands for look, identify, forge, and track, right? And so the L is for look the weight in the eye, right? So I started with all my weight. I started in my career, I started in my personal life, I started in my finances, I started in my family planning. Every area of my life, I looked that shit in the eye. I was literally like, look, my family's super traditional. I grew up with the idea that marriage is a pillar of your life. And so when I was no longer married, I lost a strong part of my identity, which is okay, but it was very hard for me. And so looking that way in the eye, hey, no, you're not married anymore. You only have one kid. Maybe you won't have any more kids. Maybe you will be alone. And that's okay. Or maybe you won't be alone. Maybe you will have a bunch of kids. You literally don't know. But identify that you need to look that weight in the eye. You need to be like, hey, this is my problem. This is what I'm dealing with. This is where I'm at. This is how I fix it, okay? The next one is going to be identify. You are going to identify the opportunity. What are you supposed to be learning in this situation, okay? So let's me go back. I am talking about family planning. I started with family planning, but let me go with my career, okay? Because this is one of those areas that I started with first, because I feel like when your money is funny, nothing else is, okay? And so when my money was funny, I was like, baby, I don't like this. I'm not happy. And so the weight that I said was, hey, look, I'm not managing my finances well right now at all. That's the weight. That was the weight. Get that shit together. I need to get that together. And you know what? I got it together. The second one was identify the opportunity. This is an opportunity for me to learn more about how to financial planning, learn more about, all the things in general, investing, all categories that relate to my finances. That was the time for me to shine. And so I did. I learned how to manage my finances. You know what I did? I started a dang on budget sheet. Okay, I started a budget sheet, and you want to know something? I use that budget sheet all the time. I haven't done my budget right now, but I'm going to do it. You hold me accountable. I'm going to do it. And so then the F is forge. So now that you have looked the way in the eye and you have identified the opportunity, forge yourself a path ahead, a path that looks and feels good for you. Okay? You can forge your comeback. You can forge anything. You can build a new life at this point. We've looked the weight in the eye. We dealt with that shit. Now we've identified the opportunity. How can we fix this? How can we grow? Where are we going? All that great stuff. Now we forge. Okay, we are forging a path. Okay, we're forging a path and forging a comeback. And so this area is where you apply. So you learned what your opportunity for growth is, apply it. Now, this is like the video montage part of your life where you're grinding, okay? Like for me, when my finances were whatever, every week, every day, honestly, I was opening my budget tracker, tracking how much money I spent. I'm not opening my budget tracker right now and tracking how much money I spend every day. And I feel like I'm not doing as good as I used to be doing. Do you see what I'm saying? Because that really helped me to check in with myself. Where is my money going? Okay, now I know where my money is going. How can I make more of this? What are the opportunities for me to make some more money so I don't have to be dealing with this? Do I want my money to be funny? Baby, no. And so the T is going to be for tracking. You are going to track your progress. Do you understand? You don't know you're making progress until you track it. And so I want you to track your progress. I want you to be like every single day, hey, I spent this much money. hey, I didn't spend this much money. I really had the urge to buy this thing, and I know my goals are worth it. And like 2024 was the year of hard conversations with myself, for myself. And one of the conversations that I had that was really hard with myself was like, I'm inconsistent. I lack consistency in going to the gym and going and showing up, all the things. And so then I had to work on my consistency, right? Like, why am I having trouble performing at work? I wasn't really having trouble performing at work. I hated my job. Why? I hated my job. So then that was the problem. The problem was that I could not be consistent because I had not put myself in a situation where I enjoyed my place that I was working. And so then I had to put myself in a position where I enjoy the place I'm working. I love the place I'm working. I work for myself, y'all, because I am going to bet on me. That was another thing, is that I was so scared to bet on myself. Bet on Black, y'all. Bet on Black. I was so scared to bet on myself. I have no idea why, because I'm lit. But seriously, my fear of, I would literally believe that there's a chance a large corporation is going to make more money than me. And so I need to bet on them because they're always going to make money. And I'm a small business owner and I might go out of business. That's not consistent money. I have a kid. I need consistent money. And then I had to sit down and have a conversation with myself and God, because God was like, look at me. I am the ultimate creator. Do you understand? I can create nothing. I can create something from nothing, okay? I can create something from nothing. And then I had to sit with that. Because, yeah, God can. So why could God not give me the opportunity to succeed in my business the way that I wanted? It's because I didn't have faith in myself and I wasn't trusting in what God had put in me. So then I had to sit down and be like, if this is what God gave you, sit with it, hold it, figure it out. So that was looking the weight in the eye. I looked that weight in the eye. I'm scared of failure. I don't want to fail myself. I don't want to fail my son. I don't want to fail my family, because I come from a family that has a lot of trauma and needs someone to spearhead its guidance. And I am normally that person. And that typically includes some type of financial provision. And I know that if I go work at a consulting firm, they're going to pay me money and I'm going to be able to take care of my family. But independent consulting and then creating other streams of income, do I know that I'm going to be able to take care of my family? That was a really big fear for me, and it didn't need to be. Seriously, because God is so good. And I can't say this enough. Even if you're not religious, whatever the hell you believe in, it's not God. I feel like God is good. And that is what gave me the faith to step out on myself, is really God, a higher power, and then using this method that I created. And so then, let me tell you, I created a workbook for myself. I did journal prompts. I was really grinding, okay? I was like, look, if I can't change my life, I'm gonna kill myself. Oopsie, I'm probably not supposed to say that on the internet, but that's how I felt. And so I knew that changing my life was I was fighting for my life. So then I put on my boxing gloves. I was really fighting, like a real fight. And so I changed my career. I went into independent consulting. I'll tell you all the ways. Okay, independent consulting is great. I did PwC's Talent Exchange. I don't know if you all know about that, but you should go there, check it out. They have regular, normal customer service jobs that are paying $30, $40 an hour. So PwC's Talent Exchange really changed my life as an independent consultant, because they have so many opportunities. So then I'm getting contracts on there because I've used it before, and I know what I'm doing. I appreciate the work of independent consulting, the freedom that I have. I love it. I have literally made $30,000 in a single month from independent consulting. I will show you invoices, all those things. You can make your money. So then after I started my independent consulting, I was like, okay, what else can I do? Well, I needed to improve my fitness. Okay, because I had a mom pouch because I have a baby. Okay, he's 4, but does that count as a baby? I don't know, but I was carrying that excuse around. Then I'd be like, baby, your baby's 4. You have a mom pouch because you don't go to the gym, you don't count your calories, you don't track your carbs, you don't know how much protein you're ingesting. You have a mom pouch because you're not that responsible with your body. And I had to be like, dang, I'm not that responsible. I am not. I was not being that responsible with my body. Now, super responsible. Do you understand? It's just understanding what I needed to put in my body. You know how I did that? ChatGPT. ChatGPT, listen, truth. ChatGPT changes your life, saves your life, all the things, okay? I literally said, I'm a 28-year-old woman. I'm 5'9". I weigh 150 pounds. My BMI is, this. I want to improve my general physical fitness, my health. I want to, focus on my arms. I want to make my waist smaller, my glutes bigger, all those great things. Get rid of my hip dips, like blah, blah. You know what ChatGPT did? Generated me a workout plan. Do you understand? Generated me a workout plan, an amazing workout plan that tells me I should be, like, what my split should be, how many calories I should be ingesting in a single day, what those calories should consist of, carbs, proteins, fats, like all of that. So then, you know what I did after that? I downloaded the Better Me app because I need to track my food. I don't even know. So now I'm looking at the labels on the food that I eat. Does it have enough protein? So now I'm making sure that, like, I'm in a calorie deficiency, but a protein overload. And so as I work out, I am getting rid of my fat and building muscle. So even though I'm still 150 pounds, my waist has shrunk like 500 inches, okay? And my thighs are amazing. And I go to the gym and I enjoy it. And so, like, I changed my physical fitness. I can, like, send pictures, insert pictures before and after. You would literally just be like, wow, I did the work. I was doing journal prompts, okay? Because I was not okay mentally. I was struggling. I went through a divorce. I had a tough childhood. Like, I come from a traumatic background. And so I needed to get together up here. I really did. And so that consisted of mental institution, which honestly, fun. Best people I ever met in that mental institution. And people will probably judge me for that, but I don't care. I loved it. And it was clean. It smelled clean. The walls were, it was just like when you're not okay and you need a place to go that's clean and quiet, and that's it. That was what that place was. They gave me my meds. I laid in bed all day. Like, literally, bar was here. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I had an amazing roommate. I talked to her today. Okay, I talked to her yesterday. Best people I ever met in my life were there. So then I needed to work on my mental health. So to work on my mental health, what did I do? I started therapy, obviously, because I was in a mental institution. They kind of make you do therapy. However, I took my shit seriously. See, look at that. You can play with it or you can be for real. Now, the therapist I had to kiss a couple frogs, okay, till I got to the center of a juicy pop, all right? Because the first therapist that I saw, I did not love. The therapist at the mental institutions trashed. Now, what I will tell you, where was admin services, not very great there. The therapist that I had from there, not very great. So then the therapist and the psychiatrist that I had following that, also not very great. Then the therapist I found after that is my therapist I have now. I have been seeing her like once a week since May. And before that, I was seeing someone else twice a week. Twice a week. Which I am trying to tell you is because I really did the work. Like, I'm also, to precursor to this, is that I found out that I was bipolar. So I'm bipolar. And I had been living my life unmedicated. I live my life unmedicated. And the reason that I'm able to be unmedicated, which I won't recommend against your doctor's orders. Like, I would not recommend that. I am, because I changed every part of my life. I literally was like, I'm fighting for my life because I'm bipolar 1, so I have mania and I have depression. That sounds, yeah, everyone has mania and depression. No, I have manic and depressive episodes. And they can be fun and they cannot be fun. And so my therapist has helped me to identify what my triggers are so that I don't have to have a bad time, and also help me to figure out how to use my bipolar disorder to my advantage, because honestly, when I get manic, I don't sleep. That's not healthy. I'm telling you all that. I know that's not healthy. However, what I will do during a manic episode is prepare for a depressive episode. So I have so much energy. My house is clean. My bathroom's clean. My work is done. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing all the things because I know that when a depressive episode hits, I'm not going to want to get out of the bed. And I have limited the amount of depressive episodes and manic episodes that I have by continuously engaging in therapy. And so I know what my triggers are. Like rejection, a trigger for me. If someone rejects me, that sets me off. So what do? I try to put myself in positions where I don't have to face rejection, which is like fair. You have to know yourself. People will say like, rejection is a normal part of life. Yes, it is. However, do I have to put myself in positions where I'm actively being rejected? Like I used to date someone and they would reject me. And they would reject me. They would tell me no. They would be like, oh, I'm not coming to see you. I'm not doing this, blah, blah, blah. And like, why would I continuously put myself in situations with a person who treated me that way? And so now I know that I really love men, people, human beings in my life who aren't going to reject me. So I try to align with people who align with me. That meant that I had to clean house though. Like I had to get rid of people who didn't treat me the way that I wanted. And that was hard because there were a lot of people in my life that I liked, loved, had great relationships with, did not know how to love another human being. They did not know how to love a person the way that they're supposed to. Even my own grandparents, I can't have a relationship with them because they don't know how to love other humans the way that that person wants to be loved. I don't want to be loved the way that you want to love me. I want to be loved the way that I need to be loved. And so then I had to sit down and look that weight in the eye. Why are you accepting love from people that doesn't look the way you want it to? It's because I had trauma. And so then I had to sit in the pain of that trauma, understand where it came from, love myself down bad through that trauma, and then fix it. Forge my path ahead, and I track that shit. You see what I'm talking about? The LIFT method in action. You can use it in every area of your life. If you're not using the LIFT method to fix your life in 2025, what are you doing? I'm trying to help you. Okay, see, sorry, I'm not yelling at you. I'm not. I am trying to give you the pep talk that you need to be giving yourself so that you can change your life. You know why? Because you deserve it. Your life deserves it. I'm so happy about 2025. I know I'm going to be a millionaire because I have decided. I know that I'm capable. And this knowing of capability honestly came from trusting, from praying, from sitting with myself, from walking with myself, from believing in myself. I know that I'm capable of doing anything that I want to do. I could probably build myself a new kitchen if I wanted to. Now, would it be hard? Yeah. Would I want to do it? No. But I could if I had decided that that's what I wanted to do. And so I am trying to tell you, you can change your life. It's one step. And so then what it is it's one small step. And then every day you have to take another small step or two small steps. At the beginning of my journey, I was so depressed. And I hate to say that because I have a 4-year-old son, but I was so depressed. And my task for the day would be one thing, okay? That task would literally be like, brush your teeth. Do you understand? I started, like, is a hell, okay? The bars of hell, I started at the ground and worked my way up, okay? When I came back from leave at my job fired me. Do you understand? Like, my year ended up being so amazing, even though I had to deal with all of this crap, even though I had to fight my demons, even though you're out here fighting. Listen, let me tell you something. Fight your demons. Don't be fighting with these niggas about loving you. Don't be fighting with these girls about loving you. Fight your demons. And then you ain't got to fight nobody. Okay? Free game. I'm trying to put you on game. I'm trying to help you out. Helping everybody out. See? Can't say Addie doesn't love you because I do. I'm giving you the advice that you need. I want you to succeed. I wanted myself to succeed. And so I had to figure out what that looked like. Look your weight in the eye. Identify the opportunities where you can grow. Forge your path ahead. Track it. You'll feel like a goddess. You really will. You will literally feel invincible because as you track your progress, you start to get dopamine hits, right? So like every time I'm gonna make a to-do list. Every time I knock something off my to-do list, I'm like, wow, I'm so powerful, impactful. I've done all of these things. Wow. Someone was telling me this story. They told me a story about this person who they worked with that was a really high performer. And this person had been saying, they actually supervised this person. This was a mentor I was speaking with. They supervised this person and they said, hey, this person was like, I just feel like a failure. I have so many things to do. I can never get all the things that I need to do accomplished. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, why am I even here? I'm failing at this job. The person said, hey, bring your log up for the day. Let me see all the things that you've been working on. Let me see what you've been doing. The person's like, that doesn't matter, okay? What matters is the fact that I have all these things I need to do. I haven't done them. The person said, just humor me. Bring your log up. It's probably like noon, okay? Whatever time it is during the day. This person pulls their log up. They have done like 30 things, okay? Maybe 30 is a lot, but they've done a lot of things that are like labor intensive things at work, high performing things. And so their boss goes, you did all this today? And they're like, yeah, I did. And they're like, wow. And you are upset because you have a long to-do list? Like, you're incredible. You did all of this so far today. And that person had not been tracking what they had accomplished for that day. So what I'm telling you is you don't know until you track it. I used to think I was eating great until I started tracking it. Y'all, I was not eating great. I thought I was. That's what I get for thinking. My point in all of this is that you should track your crap, because you think things because you don't know. We're delusional humans. Also, I think that I'm going to tell you what happens when you use the LIFT method is that you affect your cognitive triangle, right? Because the cognitive triangle is the idea that your thoughts shape your feelings, which impact your actions. Those actions can impact your thoughts, which shape your feelings, which impact your actions. And so you can end up in a really vicious, terrible cycle if you're not paying attention to your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And so the LIFT method forces you to take a deep look at your cognitive triangle. And also, if you want, I have a workbook, I have an ebook, I have an Etsy store that has like 1 million items full of things that break out the LIFT method. The workbook for the LIFT method will be done soon. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a video with you all, and we're gonna walk through using the workbook, okay? Because the workbook has journal prompts, it has a place for notes, it has like exercises, that all the things that I think that you are probably going to need to change your life in 2025. And so I want you to know that I love you all. I hope you have an amazing 2025. You see my hat, so cool. And I am signing off.